Comes on everyone. Let's start off. Hope everyone has gone through the notes. It's important that you solve the problems on daily basis after the class gets over. Today is the deadline for the exam. Hope everyone has given. If you have not given, do make sure to give it. The last thing we are doing, we started with the problems, where we're throwing from buildings. So let's go ahead. Let's start off with the problem. So we have a building of height 60 meters. They're projecting with a speed u is equal to 20 meters per second. So this thing goes up and comes down. Find the time of flight and the speed when it reaches the ground. Now, if you see, last class we did three cases. When you throw from buildings, right, vertically, it should be either case A, case B, or case C. You don't have any other cases here. Try. Got 2 minutes. Yeah, right, Niharika. Others, give it a try. Hmm. Yeah. See, the whole question is about data gathering. If you think about it, there is no big concepts. There is nothing, you know, big thing to think. It's a straightforward formula. So if you look at the data here, always ask yourself, what is given? So you're starting from here, you're landing here. So this is your displacement. So displacement is minus 60. You're throwing up, the u is plus 20. Acceleration is down, minus 10. What you want? Time, which I don't know. Velocity, we need to find. So just look at which data fits this thing. S is equal to ut plus half at square. That's it. So if you think about it, it is more of a data matching than actually solving. So this is minus 60, u is 20, t minus half g t square. This is minus 12, 4t minus t square. You get t square minus 40 minus 12 is 0. You get t is equal to 4 plus or minus b square, 16 plus 48 by 2. Take the positive root, 6 seconds. And for velocity, we can use v square minus u square is equal to 2s. I can use v is equal to u plus at, but let's assume you don't know time. So v square, u square is 20 square. Be careful with the sign convention. A is minus 10. S is also minus 60. That would be 400 plus 1200, and v turns out to be 40 meters per second. Easy? Straightforward formula substitution. There is nothing big to think here. Next one. Any doubts on this page, please ask me. Next one. We have a building here of 50 meters. We have a same building here. 50 meters. So in the first case, there's a particle A which you're throwing down with 20 meters per second. And you're throwing another particle from bottom B, which is 30 meters per second along the same line. That means this is going to go up, this is going to come down, and somewhere they're going to collide. Similarly, the same thing, but this time A is thrown up 20 meters per second. So this will go up and come down. This guy B is thrown up with the same velocity again, 30 meters per second. So A and B are projected along the same line. Find the time and the position when they collide, meaning after what time will they collide and where will they collide. I hope the question is clear, everyone. Case 1, both are projected towards each other. Case 2, A is projected up and B is projected up. So anyone not clear with the question, please ask me. And okay, get the position also when they collide. Nee, Devansh, don't use distance as speed into time, Ray. S is ut plus half 80 square gods. Right, Surya. Bihan, right. Hahana got it. Yeah, most of you did get it. Get the next one also. Nee, Pratik, that is wrong. Nee, Ansh, that is wrong. Niharika, that is right. Let's see. You get the first one. Always draw a small diagram, to understand what is happening. So this is A. So let this fall down here and let the collision be here and let this distance be x. So for B, when it goes up and collides here, so this should be 50 minus x. So this is 30 meters per second. This is 20 meters per second. So for A, when you write the equation, it would be simply, what is the data? S is minus x, so be careful with the sign. U is minus 20. A is minus 10. See, it doesn't matter how you throw. You throw up or down, A is always negative. Now write the equation S is ut plus half at square. So minus x is equal to minus 20t minus half 10t square. So this would be x is equal to 20t plus 5t square. This is your equation 1. When you write the same thing for B, here the displacement S is 50 minus x. So later on we'll stop writing this. U is plus 30. Acceleration is still minus 10. I don't care how you throw, the thing is always the same. So 50 minus x is equal to 30t minus half 10t square. So take x from here and substitute in this. You will end up with 50 minus 20t minus 5t square is 30t minus 5t square. This guy and this guy goes off. You end up with t is equal to 1 second. Take t is equal to 1 and put it in the first equation. That would be 20 into 1 plus 5 into 1 square. 25 meters. So options in the exam will be 25 meters from the bottom of the building, 20 meters from the top of the building, something like that. So this collision here happens at the middle of the building. I hope everyone got this. Now, if you look at this and the second one, what changes? If you look at the second one, what changes? This A velocity is there. Now this A is going up with 20 meter per second. So I'm just going to change here. So this will be plus 20. That is the only change. So this is going to be plus 20. So this will be minus 20. So this will be plus 20. This will suddenly become 5 seconds. Isn't that the only change? If you look at the data, other than that thing, nothing changed there. And this would be minus 20 into 5 plus 5 into 5 square. You get the same answer again. That's what I'm saying. See the difference. What changed? Nothing changed except A ka velocity. Only this guy, U is minus 20. You just changed that one data point and the whole question changed. So if you actually look at the diagram, this is how they're colliding. This green one has already gone up and started coming back. How do I know that? Time of ascent is 3 seconds. And the collision is happening at 5 seconds. Means the B particle already took a turn backward. This guy A went up, took a turn and started chasing B, and then they collided. That is the difference. This is how they collided. Are you getting the difference? In case one, they collided head on. In case two, it started chasing back. Vihan, bro.
Sir, in case B, we again equated it to, did we equate the distance to 50 or did we not?
No. Let me ask you one thing. What is S?
Sir, here as we don't know exactly.
Ne, what is S in the formula?
Sir, S is equal to UT plus
Arey
or
God,
minus
S is
half UT.
displacement. Happy?
Sir.
So you're starting here, you're colliding here. What is the displacement?
Okay, sir.
What is the
It's like,
displacement? Do I care it
so
is
the
going up?
question I could,
Your voice is
that is not the
breaking, right?
problem, sir, but when we add SA and SB, it should be equal to 50. That's what
Why?
we did in the first
Why?
case. Sir,
I never added SA and
yes,
SB.
sir.
I
Then
never
how do you
added
solve it?
SA and SB. I never said SA and SB is 50. I said this thing must have collided X from the top. So this will collide 50 minus X from the top. That's it. That's what I said.
Okay.
वो ऐसे एस बी ऐसा हो गया तो मैं क्या करूं? दैट इज नॉट माई प्रॉब्लम.
Okay, sir. Understood.
You're getting it? We assumed the collision happened x from the top. That means A traveled x down and B traveled 50 minus x up. But in the second case, can you say the same thing? The A is actually going up and coming down now. So A का displacement is that and B का displacement is this. So displacements are still same. I hope that is clear. हाँ दक्षा बोलो ना.
So in the A part, instead of using the equations and all that for finding the time,
Right.
the total distance is 50 meters, and
Okay.
the velocity of A is 20. So if we take time t for that, so the distance will be 20t, and for B it
Nah,
should be
God. Why
40t.
are you using? You're using s is equal to ut. That means acceleration is zero. When can you use distance to speed into time if acceleration is zero? That is school ka formula. Don't use that. You can use
Okay,
distance to speed into time only if acceleration is zero, isn't it? Ut plus half at square mein A should become zero, not to use s is ut. So don't
okay,
do
sir.
that. Clear? That was a mistake. Others, any doubts on A or B case, please ask. I hope you can see the similarity. See, when you do problems, that's what I'm saying. Don't just think every problem is different. Just try to understand what changed. If you can just figure out what changed, you'll be able to figure out. If you see, even in this question, what changed? This was u0, this was plus u, this was minus u. That's it. That is the only thing we changed. And that changed the whole answer. I hope you're getting the difference.
Sir, so if they collided outside of the building, means above the building, so then will this s equals to minus x and s equals to 50 minus x
Then in
remain
that
same?
case, x would come negative, na?
Ah, sir, okay. So
The
that
sign will take
allows
care.
for all
You thought it is
situations.
down, but it will then come up.
Ah, sir. Understood.
See, variables, that is the advantage. You can choose whatever you want. The science will take care. All clear with this? Next one. Any doubts? I hope everyone got this. Be careful. Huh? I have seen this a common mistake. The distance speed into time. Be very careful with that. That is valid only if you're sure the acceleration is zero, or else don't do that. So we have a ceiling here. This distance is 10 meters. You projected a particle here with a speed of 20 meters per second. So this thing goes and hits the ceiling. Let me just check on that. Yeah. It hits the ceiling and bounces back with half the speed. I'm sure you must have done something like this. You throw the ball under the ceiling, hits and comes back. Ball projected vertically. It's the ceiling and bounces back with half of the speed before collision. Find time of flight. Remember, time of flight is the total time it is in air. Just to give you a little more data, for example, let's say if you collide here with v, you'll come back with v by 2. I hope that point is clear. It is not 20 by 2. Just before collision, you'll have some other speed. उस speed का half होगा. I hope the question is clear. Right, it's a good one. How do we approach this? I don't think we'll get a good number. We have to find
Sir,
Veer. Without that, game won't start only.
sir,
हाँ
so after touching the ceiling, it comes back down and stops.
वो ठीक है ना, वो we don't care. It just comes back to the ground. उसके बाद क्या करना है, let it do. We just want time of flight. Time of flight का define is like you know time taken to for it to reach the ground. ऐसा सोचो. 4 plus 2 root 6, 4 plus 2 root 2, 2 plus root 12 by 2. Let's see. First thing, when you're going up, let's write the equation v square minus u square. 2, a is minus g, and s is 10. So that is 10 root 2 meters per second. And this thing you can directly use the time of ascent, which is u by g, which is 20 by 2 to 2 seconds. So it took 2 seconds to reach. Now, while coming down, the question has become like this. Someone projected you down with v by 2. So that is 5 root 2. And you're coming and hitting the ground here, and this height is 10 meters. You want the time. So get the data. What is displacement? Minus 10. What is velocity? Minus 5 root 2. What is acceleration? Minus 10. You want time. Keep the data simple. Up positive, down negative. You're getting it? I know in school you might have learned it like, the velocity in the direction of acceleration up and positive. Keep it simple. So use the formula minus 10 minus 5 root 2 t minus half 10 t square. So this is your time of descent basically. That would be 5 minus will cancel. This is 2. This is root 2 t plus t square. We get t square plus root 2 t minus 2 is equal to 0. That turns out to be minus root 2 plus b square is 2 and 4 2 is a 8 by 2 minus root 2 plus root 10 by 2. So the total time would be, so it took you 2 seconds to go up, and then root 10 minus root 2 by 2 to come down. That's your time of descent. This is time of ascent. This is time of descent. Again, we are just using the standard 3 formulas. You need to put your data properly. Have a look at this.
Sir, why is the time of ascent 2 seconds?
Why is
Why is the time of ascent 2 seconds?
u by g, right? U is 20, g is 10.
Sir, but it's not stopping at 0.
You're right. वो h max नहीं है ना? I messed up. I'm sorry. She's right. That is not the highest point. So we have to use this 10 is equal to 20t minus half gt square. Yeah, right. This would be t square minus 4t plus 2 is 0. you will get two roots, 2 plus or minus root 2. Which root will you take? We'll take the minus root. We will take the minus root. We want the root while going up, isn't it? You will take the negative root because the meaning of this thing is it is simply giving you the equation doesn't know there is a wall. It gave you two answers while going up and while coming down, and this is 2 minus root 2 and this is 2 plus root 2. So this guy was 2 minus root 2. Clear? There, even I goofed up there. That is not the H max, that's a mistake. This question we have done. Where is that? That is the first question actually in vertical motion, if you remember. This question, find time when the speed reaches H max by 2. Same question, the 2 plus or minus root 2. Clear? Everyone got this? So this is the time, first time it reaches the ceiling. If you take 2 plus root 2 means you're assuming it has gone up and you came here. That's not possible and you don't even cross the ceiling. All clear? Next one. Any doubts? Purvaja, clear with this? Arnav, Adi, Arya, Daksh, clear with this? Nikhil? Perfect. Next one. We have a building here and we have a window here. The width of the window is 2 meters. The window, the top floor is at a height h. Now someone took a particle here and you released it from rest. And this stone started falling and it crosses the window. Let's call this point A and let's call this point B. Crosses the window in 0.2 seconds. This is the width of window. The stone crosses the window, that is A to B, in 0.2 seconds. Find H. भाई भाई इतना अच्छा आंसर आ गया रे.
Sir, crosses the window, मतलब you have to find the time between A to B, ना, that it takes.
वो तो दिया रे गॉड पॉइंट टू. Crosses the window मतलब क्या? If you're standing on the window and you saw the stone entering the top part and crosses the lower part in 0.2 seconds. मतलब सिर्फ ये टाइम इंटरवल जो है ये 0.2 seconds था. So the question is, from what height did you leave the stone? I'm not asking height of the building. H is the height between the top floor and the window. Point. I hope everyone got the question clear. Anyone not clear? No, Poroja, that's not the answer. Try. 4.05. Right, Niharika. We have one answer. We have two answers. Right, Janil? Try. Just give it a try. Just give it a minute. 1.2 shit, right? That is too big. Let's see. Ojas, what did you find, Ray? I said find height of the building. What is S? What is H?
No, sir. I realized later that I put S instead of H. So I gave H
Yeah.
after that. So I gave H after S.
But anyways, find what I'm asking now. Don't find whatever you want. That
Yeah, sir.
doesn't
I
work
put that
like
after.
that.
Yeah, sir. I
Abhi
also
dekho.
put that.
Chalo, no props. So this is a, again, split the motion. So again, I'm telling you, always try to draw a diagram. It helps a lot. If you put a diagram, because you can't draw a diagram unless you understood what is the question. And when you draw diagrams, you'll be able to see data. This is one important thing in physics. Maybe questions right now are little easy, but later on, you will have difficulty if you don't develop that thing. So let's start the thing. See, my job is not only to teach you, देखो ये question ऐसा है. My job is also to make sure that you're able to figure out when you see a question how to approach the problem. How are you, what is making you think I should do like this? And that is not easy. That will take time. All that I can do is give you some hints and make your learning curve faster. Meaning, if you try to learn on your own, maybe this is how you would learn by giving you hints and all. So we are just trying to push it. This is what we are trying to do. And that is something which you need to do. It just doesn't come on single day. When, for example, today, right, for your seniors in 12th, I was teaching them how to guess questions. So wantedly in the paper, I kept 4 questions where you can see and guess the answer. But if you try to solve, you will die. It'll take 5 minutes for each question. They all tried to solve. They all got stuck and they wasted time. The moment I told them how to solve, they're like, okay, aisa bhi hoga kya types. And that's what I keep telling you. Just because you're good at subject doesn't mean you'll do well in the exam. That's a skill. So let's see here. O to A, what is happening? Again, let's get the data clear. Your displacement is minus h, u is 0. I'll not be writing this thing from next thing, minus 10. So this is minus h minus half 10t square. Now when you go from O to B, look at this thing. What is the displacement? Minus h plus 2, na? It is fallen h plus 2 meters. What is the speed? 0. Acceleration minus 10. What is the time? Time is t plus 0.2 seconds. Do you agree? Whatever time it has taken from O to A plus 0.2 seconds. I hope that is clear. And then S is ut plus half at square. minus h plus t is equal to minus half g t plus 0.2 whole square. Minus minus goes off. Bring that h and substitute here. So bring that h and put it here. You will end up with 5t square plus 2 is equal to 5, and this is t square. 0.4t plus 0.04. 5t square cancels. 2 is equal to 2t 0.2. So we have 2t is 1.8 and t is 0.9 seconds. Means it takes 0.9 seconds to reach from O to A. What do you want to find? You want to find h. So h is equal to 5t square. That is 5 in t square would be 0.81. That's 4.05 meters. Please check. And did you notice something? The first question, what did I use? S is ut plus half at square. Second question, what did I use? S is ut plus half at square, S is ut plus half at square. Third question, what did I use? S is ut plus half at square, S is ut plus half at square. हाँ, यहाँ पे एक velocity भी था. This question, S is ut plus half at square. Are we using any weird, different, high-level concepts? Nothing. It is always the three equations. You just need to see how the data is fitting, how is the diagram, what is the data. So, bolo na.
Sir, in the OB part, S is equal to minus H plus 2. How did you get that?
What do you think it should be according to you?
Sir, I'm not getting how to get that thing.
Okay, when you say O to B, where are you starting, Abhinav?
Sir, from the top of the
So what
building.
that point is O, no? Starting position is O.
Yes, sir.
Ending position is?
B.
O to B कितना लिया हमने?
We took it as minus H.
नहीं, H चलो minus H. And from A to B कितना होगा?
It will be 2.
So total कितना height था वो?
Okay, I got it.
H plus 2. कौन सा direction में था?
Negative direction, down direction.
नीचे. Done. बस. Clear?
Thank you, sir. Yes.
See, when you asked me that, na, you should have thought like this. If you had a doubt on O to B, why didn't you have a doubt in O to A?
Sir, I understood that.
होता है. That is fine. But that is what I'm saying. Because see, always think like that. If you understood one part and if something looks similar, you need to see what is similar between them. That is how you think about a problem which you're not getting. But anyways, do keep asking. Then next one. Let me show you a similar problem like this. Vihan, what did you get? You got something weird, na? You got 51
Sir, I
meters.
didn't think
किया क्या
properly
तुमने?
when I was high. Sir, I used B square equals to U square equals 2AS and it somehow jumbled everything.
ठीक है, you got a 50-meter का thing. Anyways, so we have a building here of height h. Same story. You took a stone. Stone is released from rest. It is observed the stone covers 9 by 25 of the total height in its last second. Find h. Now, try to understand the meaning of that. For example, let's say this total journey took you 7 seconds. So in that last 1 second, that is from 6 to 7, you covered 9h by 25. Are you getting what he's saying? What is the total time? I don't know. But total time में last 1 second में you covered 9 by 25 of the total distance. This and the previous question have a lot of similarities. This is a more standard question. Let's see. Surya, you're saying something. You said, yeah, did another. What did you do there, Surya? But you got the same answer. You can just unmute and talk, right? Okay, it was basically the same. ठीक है. Any answers? This was easy. Try. Right, Ishana, you got it. And how can you give me answer in terms of t, which I don't know? Is t given? Vihan, what did I ask you? What are you finding? If I ask you what is your height, Vihan, you will say 1.5 hours.
Sorry, sir, I'll find the right.
Yeah, Surya, yeah, that is wrong. Purvaja, that is wrong. Niharika, you got it. Ishana, you got it. Yeah, you have two answers. Abhinav, that is definitely wrong. Again, draw your diagram. Let the total time be t. Okay. So that means here you're falling height h in time t. Now in the second part, you said in last 1 second you covered 9h by 25. That means you covered 16h by 25 in time t minus 1. How did I get 16h by 25? Because you said this is 9h by 25 in 1 second. So h minus 9h by 25 is 16h by 25. I hope this data is clear. Means in time t you travel h, in time t minus 1 you travel 16h by 25. Because the last 1 second ka corner is 9h by 25, the balance should be 16h by 25. So using the equation s is ut plus half at square, we end up with minus h, u is 0, minus half g t square. This is for the full thing. Now for the second, the green part, I'll do one thing. I'll write that in green. I'll write this in this thing. So this would be minus 16h by 25. U is 0 minus half g, but this time the time is t minus 1 whole square. This is your equation 2. Take h from here and dump it in this. 16 by 25. Half gt square is half gt minus 1 whole square. Half g goes off. Put a root on both sides. You get 4t by 5 is t minus 1. You end up with t is equal to 5 seconds. Therefore, h is equal to half gt square. Substitute here. This would be half 10 and 5 square. 125 meters. Check. Doesn't this look kind of similar to the previous one? In the previous one, the difference is this is 2 meter and 0.2 seconds. In this question, it is 9h by 25, 1 second. Technically, there's no difference. Please look at the steps. In total time t, you would have traveled h. In t minus 1, you would have traveled 16h by 25. So we got that by subtracting that 9h by 25 from the bottom. Anyone not clear with the steps? This is a proper mains level question. Mains or a bits level question, a standard one. Next one. Turn in the page. So we have a hot air balloon which is going with 2 meter per second square. Now be careful with this. When you say acceleration is 2, this is including gravity. Meaning the balloon is producing so much force, it opposes the gravity and goes with 2. That is, if gravity was missing, it would have gone with 12 meter per second square. So if someone says it is going with 2, that is including gravity. So don't say again what will happen to G. G is taken care of. If gravity was missing, it would go with 12 meter per second square. I hope you're getting the meaning of this. So this balloon started rising. Initially, it started from rest. So the balloon, after some time, so a stone is released from a balloon. At t is equal to 10 seconds. Find the time taken for the stone to reach the ground after the release. So someone just released the stone. I'll add a word, release gently. Means you didn't throw or anything, you just left it. Find the time taken to reach the ground after release. Get this. Another standard question. Let's see. 10 seconds near इतना अच्छा आंसर नहीं आएगा. You guys are forgetting something, you know what you did. Route 20 to route 5. नहीं आ रही है. Niharika. That looks right. नहीं, I think you missed a 2 somewhere. Check करो एक बार. Nikhil, that is wrong. So just that is wrong. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Let me ask you something. We are going in a train, 50 kilometers per hour. I gently push you out of the window or push you out of the door. What will be your speed? 0. If the train is going with 50 kilometers per hour and if I gently push you out, you also have a speed of 50 kilometers per hour. you will start rolling on the floor. That is the reason when you are getting down from a moving vehicle, ever seen anyone getting down from a train? Which you should not be doing, but if you ever have to do, there is a way to get down. After getting down, you run with the train for some time. You don't decrease the speed suddenly to zero. You run and you slow down slowly. Because if you just jump there and stand, you know what will happen? Your legs will come to rest because you're touching the ground, but your upper body is going to velocity, you will roll. So, so the main thing is this. So when you release the stone from the balloon does not have zero speed. The stone will also have the same speed as the balloon. So at t is equal to 0, so acceleration is 2 meter per second square. So this balloon has acquired a speed v is equal to u plus at. U is 0. This is 2 into 10. 20 meters per second. And this thing has gone to a height of s is ut plus half at square. U is 0. So half into 2 into 10 square. 100 meters. So the stone which you released, the stone also will have a speed of 20 meters per second. It is not a 0. So what will happen? The stone will actually go up and then come down. I hope you're getting that. So this is the statement there. A particle released from a moving vehicle will have the speed of the vehicle. Basically, this is what we call as inertia. So once you leave it, right, then the story is over. There is no acceleration anymore. The particle will behave like a projectile. Right, Ahana, you got it. The same velocity as the vehicle. So the question has become like this. You have a building of 100 meters and someone throwed a stone with a speed of 20 meters per second, and I'm asking you find the time of flight. Isn't this the question same as this? I hope you're able to see the resemblance. The question is same as this, as if you're throwing from a building. Why does the particle care you're throwing from a balloon or you're throwing from a building? So apply the equation, displacement minus 100, speed is 20, t minus half g t square. You get a quadratic. This guy would be t square minus 4t minus 20 is equal to 0. So t is equal to 4 plus b square 16 plus 8t by 2. That looks like that is 2 plus root 96 to root 6. That's your answer. Why is a not equal to 2? Okay, tell me one thing, Surya. Why are you getting a is equal to 2? When did you get when a is equal to 2? When you're in the balloon, right? Because balloon ka kuch hai, hot air and all, it is taking you with 2. Now, once you get out of the balloon, do you have any connection to the balloon? Making sense? The stone will have the velocity, but not the acceleration. So after leaving the balloon, the stone just behaves like a regular particle. So after leaving balloon, the particle just behaves like a particle, it is flying there. Particle has acceleration g, since it has no contact to the balloon. All clear with this? Let's see one more like this. Vihan, clear with this? Arnav, Ishana, got this? Daksha,
Yes, sir.
clear with this? Nikhil, got it, no? Abhinav, Arya, Adi. Adi, got this?
Yes, sir.
हाँ पूर्वजा.
Sir, but the equation you just made would just be for 100 meters, right? The time to cover 100 meters would be 2 plus 2 root 6, but it's covering more than that. It's
Ha
going
ha
up and
ha
then it's
ha
coming
ha
down,
ha
right?
ha. He will laugh. What is S in the equation?
Sir,
In the equation, S is ut plus half at square. What is S called?
displacement.
Displacement. So where are you starting from? Here.
Okay.
Where are you ending? Here. So I don't care what you're doing up. Got it? If that was the
Yes,
doubt,
sir.
you should have had the समझ में आया ना same problem यहीं पे भी आना चाहिए था केस B में. Be careful. S is not the distance, displacement. All clear with this? Next one. Same problem. Let me change it. Let's make it little more complex. Instead of this thing, balloon, we have a rocket. The rocket acceleration is A is equal to T. It's a variable acceleration. So means you can't use your regular three equations anymore. A rocket has acceleration A is equal to T. T is time. Meaning at T is equal to 1 second, acceleration is 1, T is equal to 2 seconds, 2, 5, so on. For 10 seconds. Meaning after 10 seconds, the rocket shuts down. Find the total time the rocket is in the air. I hope the question is clear. This is similar to the balloon, but the balloon had a constant acceleration, but our rocket has a variable acceleration. So the engines are on for 10 seconds. After 10th second, the engine shuts off, the rocket gone, the fuel got over. So for how long, total time it is in the air? How do we approach this? Think, take your time. इतना अच्छा आंसर नहीं आएगा रे. You cannot use the three equations for the 10 seconds. Integrate करना पड़ेगा. A is equal to T, A is dV by dt. If you have not integrated, your answer is wrong. Think. Take 2 more minutes. I'll show you then. Give it a try. Everyone should give it a try. It's okay to get wrong answer, but put a little fight. Maybe, and that's not the answer. See. Ishana, you got it, right? Just 21/6 का simplify कर लेना. And then did you get 10? Kya? You are close by. Something went wrong, Reshana. You're close by. But check करो. Niharika, you forgot to add 10. Total time पूछा ना, तो initial 10 seconds भी matter करेगा. So let's see how to do this. So you have A is equal to T. So this is dV by dt. Remember, this is only for 10 seconds. Means your upper limit is 10. You can't use a thing after that. So we have dV is equal to T dt. So integrate on both sides. T0, 0, this is V and this is T. So we can put the values in the end. So this is V is equal to T square by 2. That's your velocity. Again, integrate this. Dx by dt is T square by 2. So this would be integral dx is equal to half integral T square dt. Again, 0 to T, 0 to x. So we have x is equal to T cube by 6. That means at 10 seconds, you have gained a speed of T square by 2, 50 meters per second. And you gain the position T cube by 6. That is 1000 by 6 or 500 by 3 meters. So this guy goes with acceleration. And once you hit the 10-second mark, you got a speed of V is equal to 50 meters per second. But remember, now after this, the rocket car got shut down. So now gravity will start acting. It will start going. It will go up and come down. I hope you're getting it. Won't suddenly stop, right? At that instant, you gained a velocity of 50 meters per second. You can't stop suddenly. You'll keep pushing through. So once the rockets are off, acceleration becomes G again. Exactly like balloon problem. The only difference is you can't use the three equations for the first part. After engine shut off, gravity becomes G again. A becomes equal to minus C. And this distance is 500 by 3 meters. Now you can, after the engine shuts off, you can use the equations again. Any doubts on this page, please ask me. All got this? Everyone got the thing here? So you have to double integrate this to get the velocity and position. Now, once you got this, this question has become as if. That's what I'm saying. See, once you get the thing there, so it's like a building of 500 by 3, and you're projecting something with 50 meters per second. The question looks quite similar, and you're asking find the time. So S displacement is minus 500 by 3. Speed is 50t. Minus half gt square. G is 10t square. So that would be 5. So this is minus 100 by 3. This is 10t minus t square. So we have t square 10t minus 100 by 3. So this would be 10 plus root over 100. BAC na 400 by 3 by 2. So this is 5 plus, that is root 700. 100 bahar aayega. So 10 will come out. So that would be 5 root 7 by 3. So this is the time to come back to ground from the when the engine shuts off. But you said total time in air. So initially 10 seconds. That is the initial launch. Plus 5 root 7 by 3 is the time taken to come back. So 15 plus 5 root 7 by 3 seconds. Please have a look at the steps. See where you went wrong. But I hope this page everyone is clear. You can't use the three equations, but you can use their integrations. So I found the velocity at time t. I found the position at time t. At 10 seconds, I got both of them. This is the first part of the problem. Once this is done, the rocket doesn't care where you're leaving from. It feels as if someone threw the rocket from 500 by 3 meters from a building with a speed 50. This becomes like our case 2. This is what I was saying. Every question you can bring it back to this case. The question becomes like throwing from a building. Check this out. Daksh, got this? So do type your answers, Daksh. If you have got it, you should type your answers. Do make sure to type your answers. Don't be a passive listener. Others, any doubts on this? Vignajit, Pratik, Ishana, got your mistake.
Into the
Where did you add it up?
Sir, I forgot to add 10 of them.
Initial 10?
Yes, initial 10.
वो तो है बट बहुत ज्यादा आ गया ना फिर भी तो you got 45 आ गया था.
Sir, 45 by 3. 15.
ओके ओवरऑल 3 है क्या वो? ठीक है. All got this? Now Vihan got this. Ojas. Next one. So we have a particle projected with 20 meters per second. Gravity is there, but now there is an air resistance also. The particle is projected vertically with 20 meters per second. Air resistance offers an additional meaning other than gravity, air resistance is giving additional acceleration of 2 meter per second square in the opposite direction, opposite to velocity. Obviously, right? It's an air resistance. If you're going front, air resistance will be back. If you're going left, air resistance will be right. So when you're going up, air resistance will be down. While you're coming down, air resistance will be up. Find the time of flight. So in this question, the main words are this. Additional acceleration, मतलब G है, उसके ऊपर 2 आ रहा है, opposite to velocity. They are the two main words. Try. Let's see how will you approach this. नहीं रे परोचा, इतना अच्छा आंसर इतना फास्ट नहीं आएगा. Think. Take a minute to figure out actually what is happening with the diagram. Again, I am teaching the same 3 equations, but in every question we are messing up something. That is how you learn. You don't learn new concepts. You know the concepts are same. You just keep on modifying them into different variations. Try. Take a minute, then I'll show you something, then I'll give you 2 minutes more. See, the first part is figuring out the acceleration. नहीं रे अंश, नहीं सूर्या. That looks right, Revihan. Now, the main thing is figuring out the acceleration part. While going up, so the particle is going up. The gravity is giving you 10. The air resistance is also giving you 2 backward. You're getting it? Both are opposite, right? So the particle will think the gravity has become G effective is 12. In the second case, while coming down, this is what I said. The air resistance is opposite to velocity. So you have gone up and then you start coming down. So this time the gravity G is still there, but the air resistance will be opposite. Because it should be always opposite to velocity. That means the particle will think the gravity G effective is 8. I hope you're getting the problem. So while going up, it feels the gravity is 10. While coming down, it feels the gravity is 8. The question changed. The air resistance messes up like this. So while going up, both the gravity and air resistance fight together. While coming down, they both are opposite to each other. I hope, is this point clear, everyone? This is the main thing to figure out, that the acceleration is not same while going up and while coming down. So now if you get back to this, so you're projecting with u is equal to 20 meters per second. So while going up at the highest point, your velocity is 0. And the gravity, right, I'll call it AY, has become 12. Now you can directly use time of ascent since you're reaching Hmax. Time of ascent is Uy by Ay. This is the reason in the beginning I wrote in terms of Uy and Ay. So Uy is 20, Ay is 12. This is 5 by 3 seconds. So this is the time taken to reach this thing. And this point is Hmax. So your Hmax will be Uy square by 2Ay. So Uy square is 20 square and this is 2 into 12. That's 400 by 24. 650 by 3 meters. So this is the first part. So for the second part, you have 0 velocity. Now you're coming down, you're at a height of 50 by 3 meters. And now the acceleration is 8 meter per second square. We are using the equation S is equal to ut plus half at square. Displacement is minus 50 by 3. You're coming down. Your velocity is 0. Gravity is minus half 8t square. So this guy would be 2, 4, 50, 50 by 12. 25 by 6 का root 5 by root 6. Did I do right? Did I mess up the calculations? So this thing is your time of descent. They can ask this question also. Find the ratio of time of descent and time of ascent. This is your time of ascent. So the total time of flight, add them up. 5 by 3 to go up and 5 by root 6 to come down. You cannot use the formula u by g for descent. Can someone tell me why? Why can't I use u by g and put g is equal to 8 in the problem? In the question, u by g, what is u? The velocity of projection. Now you tell me, if you're projected with 20, do you think will you come back with 20? Your final speed is not 20, it has changed. So you can't use that formula. Time of ascent and descent, right, are equal. If you go with 20 and if you come back with 20, then you can say that, and acceleration should be same throughout. So you can't use those formulas for the full motion. The acceleration got messed up after the reaching h max. So you have to solve like this piece by piece. So whenever acceleration changes, split the problem into two parts and then do it for each section. And we have done something like this last time. Whenever the acceleration changes, we split into parts. Which one? This telescopic function, remember? Here A was changing for every small part, so we wrote the equation for each section separately. So here also we do the same thing. We write the equations while going up separately. We'll write the equations while coming down separately. Both are not related. Have a look at this. All got this? This is a pretty good one. Okay. This would be a mains level tough question, or advanced it will be an easy question. But even in a paper like advanced, out of 20 questions, you can expect something like this. If it's a moderate paper, you can expect at least 7 to 8 questions of this level. Generally, advanced papers are moderate. Unless they become mad and they really want to harass you, the papers are not really that hard. All clear? Next one. Turn in the page. Jainil, clear, na? Ansh, Arnav, Arya, got this? Daksha, got this? Nikhil, clear, na? Next one. This is another standard question. Whenever it's a standard question, means you can be sure it must have come in the previous year. It's a standard model. Exams like bits and mains, these things repeat. So we have a tall building. And the building is so tall, you can assume the stone will take a lot of time to reach the ground. So someone took a stone and released from rest. So first question, find the ratio of distance traveled one second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and so on till n seconds. Ratio of distance traveled in first second, second. Now be careful. 2 seconds and second are different. You know this thing. 3 seconds is different. Third second, nth second. So third second means 2 to 3. 3 seconds means 0 to 3. First two are pretty common. The third is a pretty good one. Ratio of time taken to cover first meter, second meter, so on till nth meter. Meaning, what do you mean by first meter? If I mark this point as 0 meter, 1 meter, 2 meter, and 3 meter, like this, if you put building ka marks. So I'm asking you, find the time taken to cross 0 to 1, time taken to cross 1 to 2, time taken to cross 2 to by 3 in time ka ratio. I hope you're getting what I'm asking for the third question. So first meter indicates 0 meter to 1 meter. Second meter meaning 1 meter to 2 meter. So to cross that 1 meter, it'll take some time. That ratio of time I want. Yeah, first was easy. Keep going, get all three. Give me the answer for the third one. That's what I'm more interested in. N minus 1 square by n square. What is that? God, you have to give me a ratio for n terms. Yeah. Most of you are getting it. Get it. Like I said, give me the answer for the third one. 1 and 2, I'm sure most of you will get it. Try. Take 2 minutes. Figure it out. Just give it a try. Answers for the third one. 1:1. How did you get that record? As you're falling faster and faster, you will cover the same 1 meter faster and faster. So the ratio actually keeps becoming smaller for the third part. Isn't it? That we could have guessed the option. So the ratio should keep becoming smaller. Let's see the first one. So we are using the formula S is equal to ut plus half at square. So here the height h is equal to u is 0 minus half gt square. So the height the stone falls is given by half gt square. So in 1 second, you will fall how much? Half g 1 square. So this is your 1 second. In 2 seconds, you'll fall half g 2 square. This is your second second. This is half g 3 square. This was your t is equal to 3. So the first question, you wanted the ratio of the distance traveled. So that is straightforward. First second way you traveled 1 square. Second way you traveled half g 2 square. Third way you traveled half g 3 square. And you can see the sequence here. So that's 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, so on till n square. The second question, you want the distance between them. That means you're talking about this is the first second. This is your second second. This is your third second. So you have to subtract them. This is your first second. So this would be half g 1 square is to half g, that would be 2 square minus 1 square. Half g 3 square minus 2 square, and so on. If you take the ratio, this will be 1 is to 3 is to 5 is to 7 is to, it's an odd numbers. Last one, it is not 1 is to 1, right? Ishana, you're saying 2 is to 2 root 6 minus. Can you guys just cancel the 2? Put it in a more simple format. You get answer, you get pretty neatly. You get a pretty nice sequence. No, you got it. Try the third one. Find the ratio of time taken to cover first meter, second meter, third meter, and so on. Any doubts on part A and B? Please ask. Anyone not convinced with A and B part, please ask. Let's see. It's changing always. Listen. So we just got the equation h is equal to half gt square. Let's just reverse it now. You want to find time, not the height. So this is root 2h by g. That means to cross the first 1 meter, when you want to go from 0 to 1, from here to here, let's call it t1, your time would have been root over 2, 1 by g. Now, again, that thing will give you the total height, okay? If you want to go from 0 to 2, that would give you t2, which is root over 2, 2 by g. Meaning this is the total time taken to cross 2 meters. And for the third part, this would be t3, which is root over 2, 3 by g. So basically, this is the time taken to fall 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter. But I don't want this. What I want is 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 0 to 1. So what I'm asking you to find is t1 is to t2 minus t1 is to t3 minus t2, and so on. So t1 would be root over 2 by g, t2 would be root over 2 by g, 2 minus root over 2 by g1, root over 2 by g. By now you can observe that root over 2 by g keeps coming everywhere. So on, root over 2 by g cancels off, you'll get 1 is 2, root 2 minus 1, root 3 minus root 2, root 4 minus root 3, and so on. So the sequence will be like this. And to make it more symmetrical, I could write like this: root 1 minus root 0, root 2 minus root 1. So it is like the next number and this number ka roots ka subtraction. There, I can write 1 as root 1 minus root 0. You can see how the sequence forms. So this is the time taken to fall height h. I don't want this. So I'll find the time taken to fall 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, and so on, and subtract the times. Please check it out. The C part is a good one among the 3 parts. All clear with this? It's a good one. It's a standard model. Next one. Any doubts on this? Puruja, got this? Clear, na? Surya? Devansh? Adi, clear with this? Daksh? Got this? Next one. It's an easy one. We have a well here. 320 meters deep. Bottom of the well, there is a water. So you took a stone and released it from rest. So the stone goes and falls on the water. After hitting the water, you get a sound. So there is a splash. So speed of sound is 320 meters per second. It's around 330, but yeah. The question is, find the time interval between releasing the stone and hearing the water splash. So after you release the stone, in what time do you hear that water splash? So basically, using this concept, you can actually find the depth of the well approximately. Mihan, it's an easy one. It's not 7, right? Yeah, 9 is the answer. Most of you did get it. Straightforward one. It's a easy one. It's nothing big question. There's only one concept I wanted to show you in this. So S is ut plus half at square. The displacement is minus 320, 0 minus half 10t square. This turns out to be 8 seconds. So the catch here is the speed of sound is unaffected by gravity. Sound does not get affected by gravity. Means it will travel with constant speed. That's it. That is the only concept there. So it took 8 seconds for the stone to reach the water. Then it will take some time to go up. So that's the total time. So the time taken to go up is 320 by 320. That is 1 sec. Therefore, the total time is 8 seconds to fall and 1 second to go up, 9 seconds. Easy? Clear? Great. So that's the last one for the day. So next class, when we catch up, we will do a few more problems, 1 or 2 more models on this where gravity is changing vertically. And that we should finish off mostly in another half an hour or something. And then we'll start off with projectile motion. So we will finish off projectile and then we'll go for, relative motion. Then we'll go for graphs. So graphs, we'll keep it for the last. So that is the order we'll follow there. Projectile motion is more fun. Here it is all going up and down only. So projectile will start going left and right also. So they will have even much better problems. Okay, so with this, we will wrap up for the day. So there is a test online till night 11 o'clock. So do make sure to give. Right. And after giving the test, you think there is